Hey everybody, welcome back to Rethir. We have just completed the Bad Blood quest, or almost completed it. Okay, where am I going? And we need to return to the Upper City now to tell what's his name's mom the good news, or I guess the bad news, depending on how you look at it. But her son is alive, and his would-be killer is dead. And I have new robes, so I consider that a win-win-win. And after that, I'm not sure what else we have to do. There is, I think, some more Scalia Arcana stuff still. And then obviously the main quest for that
It is done?
faction.
Was he... Here, take this and I must make a confession. I nearly married Einar Abogast many years ago. My parents forbade it. I knew it was wrong, that he didn't deserve to be treated so. The follies of youth. I never dreamed he would grow so bitter and turn to that dark cult. Never.
A tragic story indeed. What else do you know of Einar?
Sometimes I think if I had married him, I now would be no better than the wyvern Gif. And in the years since I broke our vows, I have had my own share of tragedy and loss. Yet I have not let it ruin me. But such is life in House Anwan.
Yeah, I mean, if he's the kind of person who would be bitter enough to join a death cult and try to murder her son, I feel like maybe she dodged a bullet there. Alright, goodbye, Coriana. And now on to our next quest. So, we have to go to Melaglir, and I guess that's really it, and then kind of the main quest, so that's cool. So let's do that one next, and we'll just fast travel there. And this is that book that speaks to us, I believe. Well, in a manner of speaking, or a manner of reading, I suppose. Okay, so looks like the place we need is just outside of town. And after this, I think we'll head to the mountain and see what Savant, what's his name, has to say to us there. Very unique quest, lots of reading, but it is very different. Melaglir sits at the heart of Kandrian, the land named after the family who has ruled for generations. The village is well defended from Tuatha raiders, bandits, and the wild fae that roam the plains of Arethel. There are many threats to Kandrian, and the kings and lords who rule here must always be ready for conflict. The lesson to be learned in Melaglir is the principle of preparation. For centuries, Kandrian Keep has been a bastion of strength for the Alfar people. The early kings of Kandrian protected all of Arethel from the threats of Durik or Jotun invasion. Kandrian Keep was the only fortress to withstand Ciara Sidnus' might. In times of crisis, the kings of Kandrian would house the villagers within the walls of the keep. A Kandrian guard, as well as a militia, kept the peace throughout the villages and countryside. The people of Kandrian were always prepared, and thus able to survive. The survival of Melaglir is a testament to the importance of preparation. Whereas the previous lessons facilitate the success in the Scalia Arcana, this lesson will help you survive. Students of the Scalia Arcana are frequently and woefully unprepared to deal with magic. It is a volatile and hazardous force, and there is no room for imprudent experimentation in our order. Those who do not heed this lesson are liable to suffer and unwittingly cause harm to others, or cause others to harm. Melaglir stands as a warning to any who would delve into the secrets of magic. Prepare appropriately, or suffer the consequences. When you are ready, proceed to the Kandrian countryside. Alright, well, hopefully there's not too much more in this quest. It is getting a little bit tedious. And which part of the countryside? Over here, I guess. A little to the west. And we'll quick travel there to Tam's Wagon, which seems to be close by. It looks like they're all faking it, because like, as soon as I show up, they're like, ah, quick, be sick. Lay down. No, wait. Stand up. No, wait. Lay down. Oh, that's funny. Alright, well. On that note, let's head over here and see what the book has to tell us next. Oh, I see. Oh, maybe this is what they meant by being prepared. And ironically, I kind of was not prepared. Stay away from my magic. Because we do not have Axie with us, which is usually how I kind of prepare for battles. Ooh. did some damage, and that sprite shot us with some ice stuff. I got some health steal there. Not sure what he's doing, but we'll resist that. And we'll use our Hellbane sword. Take out the sprite. Hopefully that was part of the quest and not just like something that, you know, like random mobs around here, although I do see some more frost spirits and arcane barghast, which I don't like because they are mana stealers. Well, it really doesn't matter too much. We have tons of mana at this point, but it could matter if we get a little low. Good job, Axie. Grab some loot. Alright, the quest marker went away. Is that the quest? What's the next step? Page turn, okay. Let's read the tome again. There it is. Final lesson. Alright, here we go. You have arrived at the final lesson, forming the foundation of magical inquiry. Of everything that you will learn at the Scholia Arcana, the most valuable lesson will be the principle of observation. The mastery of the elements, or the ability to invoke powerful sorcery, is useless without an understanding of one's surroundings. An environment is a complex system of interrelated attributes, and in order to function within one, you must be aware of the boundaries and rules of that system. Many of our order become myopic, that's a hard one. Closeted academicians. Yeah, I think that's it, academicians. Too concerned with their own learning to apply it to the world. Others haphazardly conduct their research in the hostile and unpredictable world. Both of these avenues end in a failure to face your potential or to successfully achieve it. All of the previous principles are useless without observation. Learn to regard your surroundings in as many ways as possible. Explore and consider the people around you. Melaglir is an example of preparation, but it is also a lesson in observation. The village has dwindled since the beginning of the war. The young were enlisted, and many others moved to safer locales. The once serene farmland of Kandrian is now rife with bandits and monsters, because Lord Kandrian hides in his keep like so many of our reclusive sages. Similarly, the principle of duality inheres in observation. You have the freedom to control your fate, and your every decision is informed by your perception of your surroundings. Lord Kandrian refuses to fight the Tuatha, and he cannot make a wise judgment from behind stone walls. The battle you just faced is a direct result of Lord Kandrian's poor understanding of the principle of duality, because of ignorance of the existing conditions. Observation is the main tool with which we discover proof. It requires discipline in order to be effective. You may not be the most dutiful student of the principle of observation, but if you hadn't been prepared for that battle, you would have perished. I guess we were prepared and I got gear and stuff, so I'll take it. In order to be prepared, you must first have immersed yourself into your surroundings and become aware of the dangers posed in this land. To conclude this examination, return to Savant Idris Theonin. Your future may lay outside of the purview of the Scholia Arcana. However, you will benefit from adhering to the methods of our order when you are tested. Alright, it is kind of a cool idea for a quest to like have this magical tome send you to different areas in order to teach you things. You know what? Let's actually not go back to Rathir quite yet, because we're going to have to go back to Rathir at some point anyway, so we can just turn in this quest then. For now, let's do Lightning in a Bottle and ascend the Skycrown, and then I think we'll do the Warrior, or the Worstworn quest line after that. So we should have two very fun faction quest lines coming up. And these quests always seem to be a little more interesting, so I for one am excited. Also apologies if I just hit my mic there. Okay, so we need to go this way. Up one of those guys. I do not like those things, whatever they're called. So let's try. Oh, there's a chest I have up. We've been seeing. Yep, okay. Axie, a little help here. And it's going to summon a bunch of Kradok, that's it. Ooh, I'd use a potion there, okay. So yeah, I don't think on very hard mode it's going to necessarily be a walk in the park. Did I actually get Axie out? I do see him, okay. Let's do Feyblades and poison things. Swarms looks like. Do I just block them? Do I just kind of run? I guess if you run long enough they do go away. Okay, cool. There we go, and a level up. Awesome. I probably shouldn't have bothered using that health potion. I just panicked, my health got low, and I didn't want to die, so. Alright, level up. We are going to put a point in Persuade, because even with 6 Persuade out of, what, 10? Seems like our Persuasion chance is not always that high. We had a couple 51s we got lucky with back there. So let's do Persuade, and then we only need one more Might point in order to unlock the next fake card. So don't really want that. Let's add one more point to this guy. I have to remember to use Battle Frenzy. I keep forgetting to use it. And then we'll add 2 more points to Sorcery. Smolder could be a good one. That increases Axie's health steal chance. Requires 50 points for lightning, unfortunately. So it'll be a little bit before we get there. Unless we respec. Not sure what we'll do first. Alright, let's do... I think we have enough lifesteal at this point, enough like health and things. Let's go on the offense with more fire damage. And at last we can be a Paragon, so we now have 10% more of the damage we receive will be converted to mana. We can better elemental resistance, more melee attack damage, 10% total armor. And yep, okay. Definitely a nice little upgrade there. I don't think we're going to make it to the highest here. So I think by then, yeah, 55, 55, that's a lot. I mean, it's a really good set of bonuses there. But I think at this point I'd rather be a little less tanky and a little more magic damage oriented. Or at least at a point in the somewhat near future. We obviously just made our gear, so... Oh, I messed up there. So we're going to stay with this build a little bit longer. And I think maybe after we get to this Sky Tree place, whatever it's called. I guess not a Sky Tree. Alright, I don't know if he saw me, but actually saw him. Let's try upgraded Flame. Lots of damage. Oh, okay. Alright, let's face these guys with our cool robes, and then we'll switch out. Let's also do that. Guy's on fire, but I think we're just burning damage. Kind of just in time. Although, I think he also got me. Alright, got a little bit of health steal from our Hellbane sword. And good, Battle Frenzy. Swacking me around there. But the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Oh, and added some more tallies to our task there. Haven't been to this area yet. Oh, there was a chest. Was there a chest by the Craddock? I think I totally forgot to go back and get that, but oh well. I think we're doing okay. Can't destroy those barrels, but we can destroy the crates. And I think ironically, the crates will probably be the last thing we defeat with Hellbane. This could be a tougher quest here. Let's go ahead and switch back to Nadin's Blade. And put on our good old armor, and probably some pants would be nice too. And how we have with that 15% armor bonus, 1,026 armor. So we should be pretty sturdy, I think. I'm a little worried I'm going to get used to this, and then like when I switch to a mage build and have a lot less armor, I'll suddenly be super squishy, but that could make the game a good challenge. Alright, here we go. Skycrown, that's the name. Honestly, a better name than Skytree, at least for a mountain. Seems like an old ruin built by magic users based on all the wards. Bring our trusty Fairgorta back with us. Alright, this could be a tough one. See some wolves and a couple shot. I'm trying to get the wolf down first, because that interruption could be can be dangerous. Okay, there's the Battle Frenzy. Not sure we're going to defeat these guys fast enough to get it really going. Trade some distance here. Oh, yep, got me there with a body slam. Got me again, thankfully with our Brazilian armor. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, let's switch to chakrams. I like their body slam attack, that's funny. We do have that plus lightning damage, let's try to go for some more of that. Alright, there's the Battle Frenzy, and there's the increase. And my phone alarm is going off. I'll check that in a second. Alright, they are all dead. So a little bit of a tough battle, but not too bad. I think the armor definitely helped us there. Give me just 1 second to check what that was. Okay. That's just my reminder that I am getting blood drawn in the morning, so I can't eat from now until then. But I already had dinner, thankfully. There's a trap there. So, it all worked out. Alright. So I assume we're meeting Savant Engar, whatever his name was, at the top of the mountain. We have to fight our way up there first. I was kind of thinking we'd meet him at like the bottom or something and then have a quest to do on the mountain. Ooh, crude Prismere daggers. That could be good to salvage for... Well, I don't know if I'll really use daggers, but still. I think in general I need to remember, I probably should have my inventory first, to salvage things and not to sell them. It's going to be hard for me because I'm just so used to selling them at this point. But we're going to need some like good rivets and linings and things when we do our mage gear, so the more I can salvage now, the easier that'll be. What is this? Definitely a weird place. I guess now the Jotun have made it their home. No wolves, at least. Alright, let's do some... Oh, head press and hold X, right. So I think I did like double damage in Fate mode as well, it seems, in addition to being like bullet time. Forgot about the cool animations. Oh, mouse 2. Down you go. There's the Battle Frenzy. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to do that from time to time. Not too... Oh, Essence of Fate. That's right. Okay. Yeah, that's why we're doing this in the first place. So, well, really, I was thinking I just hadn't done it in a while. But I do want that Essence of Fate. So, and I need to go this way. Rising on up. It's weird seeing... Steps there. Oh. Didn't touch that one in time, though. It's weird not seeing that purple bar there. I'm so used to it at this point. I really want to know who built these giant caverns. Like, this place is enormous, and all the places like it are also enormous. It's like there was a whole civilization here that collapsed. And now the Jotun are using their caves. Sorry, Axie. Oh. Okay. Lesson learned. I need to watch out better for the mines. And these guys are sprites. Looks like there's a lightning sprite there. That is not my chakrams. That is my sword. Yeah, Storm Champion. He's going to resist a lot of my damage because a lot of it's lightning based. Not all of it. Gotta upgrade that fire spell. And we got a shard from him. Alright, keeping an eye out for traps. Probably not any on the stairs. They'd be kind of easy to see. Oh, I see one on both sides. Not sure what this is. I guess just like a cool magic thing. Oh no. There we go. Yeah, I guess the important thing is just not to panic and to keep going. 15% damage at night is interesting, but definitely not as good as the ones we have. My fists are glowing again from the battle frenzy. Alright, looks like one more chest. And then we exit onto the mountain. Oh no. There we go. Ooh, Robes of the Dark Empyrean. What is that? We had like Gloves of the Dark Empyrean or something at some point, didn't we? Again, it's a lot less armor. And obviously having plus 10% elemental damage is worse than having 15% damage. I guess the mana regen is kind of, you know, it's a sorcery set of gears. That's why it's nice. Let's equip it because I feel like it's going to be kind of cool. Yeah, it's actually not that cool. But maybe I'll wear it to the end of the quest, just again for fun. And then I'll switch back to our armor for the Warsworn quest. Oh, more traps. For the Warsworn quest, because I do want to make sure we get some good use out of this armor before we respec. I'm thinking maybe a good time to respec would be when we go to not Melaglir, what's the other one? Mel Senshir, or whatever the one across the river is. Like when we go to the east half of the map. Because there's also the DLC as well. So, I'll have to look up and see when it's the best time to do that. Maybe we should start doing some of that kind of soon. But, you know, we'll do all of Datir with, and I guess this is like Gnome City. Actually, no, this is the Gnome City. I'm not sure what this is. Some kind of Colosseum. Looks like the Geonosian Colosseum from Star Wars. But maybe we'll do like this area as our hybrid build. And then we can go full battle mage or full sorcery mage when we cross the sea and join the war effort. Which I'm really excited about. It's a cool idea that like you start the game in this area sort of far from the war. In fact, so far that they're all really confused as to how the Tuatha even got there. Oh, I just got rid of Axie. That is not at all what I meant to do. Alright, we gotta get a couple things going here. Alright, let's just use... Oh, Adrenaline Surge, okay. Alright, gotta use some potions. Maybe not. Mana potions. Because of the wolves, they interrupt you so much, and then I was smart and summoned Axie before, but then... Oh, also we have robes on, which is decreased our armor by quite a bit. Okay, Axie's with us. Battle Frenzy. Okay, the wolves are gone. Well, no, there's one more wolf left. Magic of their own. There's some health steal. Okay, nice. That was actually a lot of health steal. Gotta watch out for that guy with the hammer and the lightning. That's doing a ton of damage to me. I say that, and then oh, there's still one more wolf left. Okay, let's block that. If I can get a nice hit against that wolf, looks like he's taking Axie down, but if I can kind of target him, it's easier said than done. He's running all over the place. These guys a bit first. There's the wolf. Ah, that hammer. I thought it was the big guy that was doing that, but I lost track of who it was. I think Axie is gone, which means I'm going to need to summon him again. There you go. I'm trying to get any more potions because I enjoy a tough fight. Yeah, block really doesn't do a ton against that, to be honest. I need to just like dodge it. Okay, Battle Frenzy going. Let's knock that guy down for a second. Get our real sword this time. Oh! Ah! That must have been a crit on his part or something. Well, that's unfortunate. Where's my autosave? I really hope it autosaved when we left that mountain. Okay. Let me just double check that we have that crate. But yes, it seems to have, thankfully. Alright. Let's try that again. I'm going to try not to use any potions this time. Alright, so we are going to summon Axie. I'll keep the battle frenzy going, even though it probably won't mean too much at first. And we're going to start with that. Deal some damage off the bat. Okay, there's some battle frenzy. There's a guy with the hammer again, I gotta watch out for. Oh, I think did I use a potion? I think I just used, yeah, I did use a potion. That was either accidental or instinct. Okay, dodged it that time. Actually has one of them distracted. What if I can, like, see it? And I dodged the wrong way. Alright, let's go ahead and use greater health potion here. So he's reading some other regen. Some battle frenzy. Alright. A lot better there. Oh, I guess we got too far away and they ran off. That's kind of unfortunate. I didn't want to win that way, or not win, but end the fight that way. Right, we do have our health potion going still, though. Part of me is really competitive and wants to end this fight without using any potions at all, because I think I could do it. I think it'd be tough. I just have to play better. But, another phone alarm going off. Yeah, timing. But we are also wearing like these robes that I just found and not like our actual equipment. I feel like if we had 1,000 armor, this fight would be a lot less challenging. It's a little bit ironic too that now I used to like dodge everything and now I'm kind of trying to block more, but there are some attacks, I guess mainly magical attacks, that you can't really block. So my brain is just like, block it, and then it doesn't really reduce the damage by much, if anything. We do have our passive mana regen though, thankfully, so hopefully we'll have that topped off or close to topped off before the next battle. Eh, maybe not. Him before you get us, it looks like. Okay, has the longsword out. Got me there. Okay, there's the wolf. There's some health steal. It actually makes me really happy though, because like, obviously I was worried that this would be too easy with all of our new gear. But these fights are still very, very challenging. And granted, part of that's because of our robes that we have on, but even so, we still have, you know, most of our upgrades. I feel like I need to like adjust the sensitivity of my mouse wheel because I keep scrolling through a weapon twice. Oh, good job, actually got him from behind. And ending up with the same weapon I just had as opposed to the one I think I'm about to use. Alright, got a minor mana potion back. That might be useful at some point. I'm not sure how we're doing on inventory space. We're still okay. I'm really glad I got those backpacks and even more glad that I took the time to clear things out. Alright, looks like we still have a few battles left before we get to the Savant. So let's end things here, and when we come back, we'll have more fun, tough battles and plenty of more game to go. So thank you guys for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.